In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a spotlight effect on a polygon so that it interacts with the base map below it and creates a little bit of depth and softness, so you don't have these kind of hard boundaries around the polygon, but it allows the polygon to stand out above this base map. And then I'll show you a couple things that I did to ensure that the spotlight effect works on these kind of complex coastlines of Humboldt County. Okay, so first let's create the spotlight effect. And it's to show you the end result, it's essentially going to look like this when we're done. Okay? Create the spotlight effect. Let's go to our symbology. We'll turn the fill to no color. Go to the layers. Let's turn this from solid stroke to gradient stroke. And we're going to make the width of this stroke 6 and the offset 3. Okay, and so what we want is a gradient stroke that goes from black to transparent, going away from the polygon. And this will give it a drop shadow effect. So go to this color scheme properties, change this one to black, and change the transparency to 100. Okay, so now we have a color scheme that goes from black opaque to black fully transparent. Okay, and let's actually reverse this so that it goes from opaque at the border to transparent on the background. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so that we have that, and then we want to do the same thing on the inner part of the polygon where it goes from white along the boundary to transparent on the inside. So we'll go to structure, we'll duplicate this on our second gradient stroke here. We'll turn this offset to -3. So now that's going inward from that polygon outline. And we'll change our color scheme properties from let's do that again. Color scheme properties from white 100% transparent to white 100% opaque. Okay. Oh, something's slightly off. What's off here? Sometimes when things are not looking exactly like you like. Let's try that. Okay, try that again. Go from white to white and make one of them transparent. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, and now we can see that we have the internal border. It goes from opaque on this outside here to transparent towards the boundary. Let's go ahead and flip that, and that's what we're looking for, right? Have a nice black stroke that goes transparent going out and a white stroke that goes transparent coming in. Okay, so go back to our bookmark. Now the issue that we have here is now that we're emphasizing these stroke outlines, any place that it has a lot of complexity, right? Like up here around Trinidad, islands here in Humboldt Bay, we're going to cause, we're kind of highlighting that complexity, right? So what we want to do is smooth that out. Okay, so we're going to go to our toolbox. We'll open up the tool called Smooth Polygon. And our input feature for this will be Humboldt County. Just naming it 3 kilometer example. And that's the amount we're going to smooth it by is 3 kilometers. Polynomial is fine. We'll go to kilometers here. Go 3. Go to environments. Set it as the same state plane coordinate system as our map frame is in. And let's hit run here. And that's essentially going to carry over the symbology from the previous one, right? So now we see that we've smoothed out all except for a few places. And we can just do this manually to fix this, right? This is the same thing I did with this one, the example. I just went in and I fixed up a few places that were a little complex still. Okay, so the way to do that, go up to the Edit tab on the top. We'll go to Edit Vertices, and let's just zoom in. And basically all we want to do is just edit this, 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 and then a few more below. And I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so Edit Vertices. We'll click this object, click this button here, right? This is where delete a vertice. You just zoom in and just delete these things. Right, this little piece is not necessary for our project, so we'll just go to Edit, Edit Vertices, make sure you're on the Delete function, and we'll just kind of get rid of all this extra stuff. And this is what's causing the few artifacts that we have. Alright, that's good. Make sure you don't delete the whole line, but that should be good. So when you're done, you know, they have this one, these 3 islands, this island here. You scroll down, there's going to be these 3 islands in the bay, right? Delete those. And this little one out here. So once you delete those, go up here to the top under Edits, make sure you save edits. Okay? And it should look like this now. And so when you zoom back to your scale, it should look like that. Cool. All right. Good luck.